Welcome Pokemon to another Pokemon TCG Madness. Today we're looking at Drednaw VMAX from Champion's Path. Yes, our first Champion's Path specific deck. Yeah, it's a bit weird, a bit crazy. I went a bit crazy, bought a few online packs of Champion's Path, and we actually got two Rainbow Red Drednaw VMAXs, so thought might as well just use them. 320 HP is fairly decent for a stage 2, or for a VMAX Pokemon, should I say. Let's say stage 2, that would be well good for a stage 2. Water type, which means you have things at your disposal like Frostmoth to accelerate energy faster, you have Capacious Bucket to search out energy. That's probably the best water tricks you have for now, so I mean, it's not too bad. Retreat Cost of 4 is fantastic because buff padding gets you 50 extra HP, so you'll be at 370. Witness Lightning is meh. Picarum's still seeing a bunch of play, Bolton's still around, so be very wary. Be very, very wary of what you see. Also, being a water type, I should say you do get weakness on things like Charizard VMAX and Centiskorch VMAX, which is really, really good. We like this. It has one attack and an ability. This ability is called Solid Shell. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks, which is pretty good, actually. Can't really complain. That's nice. And for 2 water, 1 colorless energy, we have G-Max Headbutt. 160, but flip a coin, if heads, it does 240 instead. That's not bad. It's actually not bad. 240 means you get a one-shot on things like Picarom. You also... you're just a tiny bit shy of things like Lucario Melmetal, ADP, Mewtwo and Mew, but everything Pikachu downwards, Picarom downwards, should I say, you get. It's pretty nice. We like this. Of course, Drednaw VMAX not alone today, though. We're going to see who's paired up with today. First off, we have 2 Crobats. Everybody knows what Crobat does by now. When you get Crobat, put it on the bench, drop the 6. We love Crobat. Crobat is amazing. We also have 1 copy of Drednaw, and also everybody knows what Drednaw does by now. When you get Drednaw, put it on the bench, discard your hand, draw 6. We love Drednaw. Drednaw is great. We love Drednaw. We have 2 copies of the new Sharpedo, also from Champion's Path. For 1 water energy, does 50 damage and also does 20 to the bench. It's just a nice little chip damage until we get Drednaw VMAX rolling. We also have 2 copies of Frostmoth. Like I said, it attaches a lot of energy to the bench. We have water energy towards Pokemon on the bench. Cannot be active though, so be very, very wary. We also have 1 copy of Wailord V, which also does a pretty good attack. For 1 water energy, attach up to 3 energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Has to be water though. And for 4 water energy, so basically next turn, you do 120 damage for every head that you get out of 3 coins, which is nice. So we like that as well. Also 4 retreat costs, so you get buff padding as well. And since it's basic, you could also do Cape of Toughness, but buff padding works for this deck. We also have 2 Capacious Bucket, 2 Crushing Hammers, 1 Energy Switch, 1 Great Ball, 1 Pokegear, 1 Pokemon Communications, 4 copies of Quick Ball, 3 copies of Switch, 2 copies of Chaotic Swirl, but I'm probably going to change that for Glenwood Tangle, 2 copies of Birdkeeper, 2 Boss's Orders, 2 Marnies, 1 Pokemon Breeder's Nurturing, 4 copies of Professor's Research, 3 buff paddings, and 13 Water Energy. So after I make this switch, let's see how this deck goes. Right, I completely missed what this typing was. It looks like a Psychic deck. Could be Dragapult, which could be pretty good. Could be pretty cool. Could be pretty decent. Alright, but how are you guys doing today? I'm not doing too bad. Like I said, we opened up a few Champion's Path packs the other day, so I'm fairly excited, I should say the least. Right, we start off with a few things. Right, well, first thing I'm going to do is Glenwood Tangle. Put on Crobat. Get the 2 water energy, then pull off the Drednaw. Might as well just pull off Drednaw straight away. It's Alcremie VMAX. I haven't actually faced off against Alcremie VMAX, so this is gonna be pretty cool. I actually don't mind this. This is gonna be fairly nice. Right, yes, might as well just use Crobat. Another one. If we get Capacious Bucket, we shuffle the deck around, lose some Pokemon, or lose some cards, I mean. Right, but yeah, so we opened up a few Champion's Path packs, so that was pretty cool. I actually loved getting what we got. We got a few additions. Most of them were pretty much just repeats, so not too bad, but could be better. Right, I'm gonna say get the other Snom just in case. If I can if I can get a switch, that'd be fantastic. Right, draw. If I can get a switch, that'd be fantastic, please. Of course we don't. Why would we ever? Right, heads, get that Psycho Energy gone, just so he wastes a draw. I'm going to say... I'm probably going to say... Put Snom on the bench. I know we lose a bunch of energy, but we've still got 1 energy anyway. It would have really helped if we did pull off a switch, but you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it when we get to it. But yeah, so also I've been kind of slacking on videos, apologies. Been sorting out a new job, been sorting out just a whole bunch of other stuff. Not really had time to record as much. Been trying to look around at new decks to make, didn't really find much. But until obviously we made the Champions Path packs, now we've just got a ton that we can use. So I'm probably gonna have a few days of good, decent content for deck builds at least. Then what else do we have? Crown Tundra came out. How are you guys enjoying Crown Tundra, by the way? If you guys are playing Sword and Shield, I'm loving it. I'm straight up loving it. I'm just waiting to make a review on it. I haven't really given my 2 cents. I'm kind of waiting till I finish it properly. There's a fair bit to do, but obviously I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna add anything. I'm not gonna say much else. But yeah, I'm liking the direction it's going right now. I'm really digging it. I'm digging it. I can't really complain. Right, one on Waylord, Frostmoth. Get me one on Drednaw as well, please. And then Rose Tower. Might as well use it to his advantage. Oh, now we get a switch. Right, cool. Let's get those 3 energy. Pop them back off. Glimwood Tango also helps for Waylord as well, I should say, because it actually does help for Waylord a fair bit. Yeah, it just pays off very, very well. What else do we have? But yeah, Crown Tundra, I'm loving it. I'm not saying much about it. I'm just waiting for I'm waiting to finish it so we can do a full-on like review video about it. Obviously it's going to take a while. It's not supposed to be like a as fast as possible review or serious type of review. It's literally just supposed to be like a lighthearted review, giving my 2 cents about it and all that type of stuff. So it might be a while, but depends on how fast I edit and complete Crown Tundra in the first place. So yeah, it's really dependent on that, but you know, I can't complain. It's pretty nice. It's nice. I am enjoying it so far though. Like, I'm trying to take my time with it, but also try and get it done as quickly as I can to get a full-on review about it. But I'm loving it so far. I literally have no complaints so far. I mean, a few, but you'll find out I say if, whenever the video gets done. But I should try and do it as quick as I can. Right, he's gonna puff a switch, I'm guessing for, yep, Drednaw. Well, good thing for us, we got Switch. Nice to know that we used Rose Tower against him. Could have had any card, but hey, I mean, if it was going to be then, it was going to be then. So, I'm just trying to think. Right, there's the other Frostmoth, which works for us because we can also do Rose Tower again. Right, Waylord, come back out. Rose Tower, please be a support card. Birdkeeper, oh, it's a support card, but not really the one I was after. Right, let's just do Ocean Waves. If I can get oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That is, wow. I don't normally like coin flips that much, but that was actually really good. Yeah, 2 right. Next game, let's go. Right. Ooh, Cosmic Eclipse could be ADP Zacian again. Could just be another set from Cosmic Eclipse, but there's not really much else. So most likely it's just gonna be ADP. Okay, this works well. We kind of got the cards that we wanted. Yeah, this works fine. This works okay. Self-recharge. I mean, Waylord, I think, is probably one of the best Vs that came out in Champions Path, in my opinion. It sets itself off very quickly. It hits a ton. 360, you take out basically every VMAX Pokemon. Granted, you have to get 3 heads to do it, but as we saw in the last one, being in mind, I'm a bit shocked because normally we're on the receiving end of that, and that normally gets me very annoyed, but I'm kind of in a happy mood because that actually, you know, happened to us for a change. Normally we get like 1 head, or like 0 even, as he plays his V. He just really likes Cosmic Eclipse. But yeah, normally it would just be like, you know, 1 head or no heads, and we just be stuck. We just be really, really stuck. So I'm actually happy that the way it came out is pretty cool. Right, so he does throw off the poison. I mean, getting that off is a decent 1-shot to get through. If you could really pace it, I'm pretty sure you could get... So wait, so let's look at this. If you get 4 Glaring Zigzagoons, being in mind this is like a perfect scenario, right? This is one of those perfect scenarios where everything works out well. If you get 4 Glaring Zigzagoons, then you get like, say, I don't know, 2 scoop ups, let's say, for argument's sake. Let's get 2, because having 3 or 4 would just be crazy. You get two scoop up nets. Then you would get, so then that would technically mean you've got 6 Zigzagoon. Technically you'd have 6 Zigzagoon. That's already 60 damage counters. Adding on a Slowbro that puts on the poison, yeah, that's 70 damage for nothing, for absolutely nothing. That's a fair bit insane. That is pretty hefty. Right. See, I could get Drednaw, but then I could get Crobat for extra draw, which would be useful to me now, to be honest. So, Crobat would probably be better use for me now. I'm only going to get 2 cards from it, but that's fine. I might as well just give myself options. Crushing Hammer, another Crobat, I can take that. Okay. I can take that. Right, so 310. With Etonators hitting me at full force, 270 plus the 10 be 280. I still will not go down. We like to see those numbers. I really like to see those numbers. Right, so Pokemon Breeders Nurturing next turn. Get both Frostmoth up and running. Then attach Water Energy. Gosh, on someone. It has to be on someone. We do have an Energy Switch. So that would be useful. Probably say attach it to what, Frostmoth, just in case. Yeah, I'd probably say. Oh, never mind. If Marnie comes in, then that kind of goes out the window, doesn't it? Oh, 3 damage counters. So wait, that 270 turns to 300. With no Crobat, get lost. We could be a bit of a gamble. Oh god, no, we won't make it. If Etonators hits us full force, we won't make it. No, we won't. 320, and yeah, we're on 310. Yeah, that won't do. That will not suffice. That won't work. We need another strat. We need another strategy, just in case. If we can get, well, I mean, Bird Keeper can take off the poison, which would be fantastic. Sure, it's only 3 cards, but then I'd rather, you know, take off the damage. I'd feel better not having that damage on. Right, Drednaw is fantastic. Buff padding onto Drednaw. Energy onto, I gotta say Snom, just to get the free retreat, just to get the essential free retreat. Or I could God, do I gamble it? Or do I just, do I gamble it? Do I go for the switch? Do I gamble? Do I pop off a guaranteed switch? Because then Etonators is going to come up. You know what, just go for safety. Go for safety. If it doesn't work out, then that's my bad. If it doesn't work out the way that I'm hoping, then that's my bad. Right. Switch. Right, then, okay, 0, 1, okay. Next time we definitely got him though, but you know what, it's fine. I'm not too fussed. Might as well go for the safety, even though he's just going to pop off the poison again. I was hoping that, you know, it would be a one-shot, but apparently not. It's fine. At least he wasted the energy. If he gets a switch, then we're still screwed. Gosh, yeah, if he gets energy, we are still very much not in a good place. Gosh. Yeah, this is very dependent. This is very, very dependent on what's going to happen. So another 5 damage counters, so that'd be what, 50 damage. Okay, yeah, the capture energy. I was like, how do you get that? Capture energy. Completely forgot. Right, rectify poison. He's already used the energy, so he can't use the dark energy. He's used Marnie again. Frostmoth would be amazingly helpful right now. Frostmoth and a bunch of energy would be amazingly useful to see right now. And maybe once a while. Glimmer Tangle, Professor's Research, we can work with this. We can work with this, I suppose. Oh god, no. Ah, Dark City. Crud. Right, okay. Okay. Wait, so how much damage is that? 240, right? Plus the 50. Yeah, we're not making it. We're not making it out of this. We're not making it out of this one, Chief. Unfortunately. Dang man, Toxicroak really does build up damage counters. If you let it slip, Toxicroak can really make you uncomfortable. Damn man. Well, it was a good tank while it lasted. That was kind of the whole premise of Wailord though, to kind of stay there as a decent tank. Right. We're gonna try and work things another way. I'm gonna put up Snom. We just need at least 1 Frostmoth. That's all I'm asking for. See, this doesn't even help me. Right, I need Frostmoth and 3 energy and Drednaw VMAX literally in this next go. Literally in this next go. Carvanha, Drednaw VMAX, Frostmoth, but not enough energy. Not enough energy to get away with what I wanted to get away with. Which doesn't help my predicament. Got no draw after this, which also doesn't help my predicament. yeah, we're a bit screwed. How much energy? We've got 7. How much energy did we have again? We had 14, right? Or did we have 13? I think we had 13, which means we only have like 6 energy after this. Which means we really need to find the energy and put it onto someone. Alright, he's got the full on 270 now. Once he uses Crobat. I can tank the hits fairly well. 270 minus the 30 would be 240. I've got 2 hits to go through. I've got 2 hits to go through. If he doesn't get the other Eternatus running up fast enough, I could get him. But then I probably won't get him. Probably won't. I could try and stall for a turn and chip away with Kavanha or Sharpedo while sniping the Slowbro. Just getting cheeky damage on. Even then, that would be a challenge. Oh gosh, not another Slowbro. Dude, I remember seeing him at the first glance and I was like, dude, there's no way this Pokemon's gonna be that good. It's like 3 retreat cost, like there's no way. No absolute way. Just chuck him in with like 8 different dark type Pokemon. Then yeah, he's pretty damn good. Oh man, I can't start. I think Eternatus is getting up there as like one of my really hated decks. Like I have a set list, right? I've been making a list since I've started playing this. Since I started playing TCG as a whole, and there's so many. There's literally so many things that I do not like. So many decks that I don't like, and this is starting to be one of them. Because there's a few. So, alright. So I started around what, Ultra Prism times. Like I started playing properly around Ultra Prism. I did come in at like X and Y evolutions, but I was still getting used to the game. By that point, rotation happened. Blah blah blah. So I got in about let's say Ultra Prism. For argument's sake, I got started at Ultra Prism. So from that point was Garchomp, was Cynthia's Garchomp. I hated that deck. I hated that deck so much because it was so aggressive. It was so like just out of nowhere quick. I hated it. I really just did not like it. Then I had, going all the way upwards was Sylveon. Was the Sylveon Meal deck. I hated that deck too. Couldn't stand that deck. I couldn't stand it. Really not gonna give me anything. Not one thing. Not one thing at all. No one. Okay. Fantastic. Well, Crobat, please get me something, anything. I'll take anything, dude. Just get me something. Right, cool. Frostmoth can go. 2 energy out of this whole thing. That's all I need. 2 energy. Just two. That's all I need. And you give me 1. Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. That's great. Plus the 7 energy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that well. I'm not gonna do that well for this, and I'm really running out of cards. Right, Sharpedo can go back in. Do I have any other water energy? I've still got 3. So where is it? Where are they? I've still got 3. Might as well evolve the other Drednaw, because if I'm gonna get snuffed out, I might as well just get a tank while I'm ready. But yeah, so after that was the Meal Sylveon deck. I hated that deck as well. That deck was very annoying. Enchanted Hammers, like non-stop crushing hammers. I hated it. I could not stand it. Couldn't stand it. Then what was after that? I think I was okay for a while until Team Up Charizard. I hated that card. I still do. I still hate that card. I still hate that deck. I can't stand Team Up Charizard. Because for some reason, for me personally, whenever I come up against that deck, they get Charizard turn 2, and I hate it. I hate that premise. I can't stand that premise. It's annoying me. It annoys me. It really does annoy me. Then now, I don't really get many hated there. It was ADP Zacian. That was, I think I kind of explained that in a video in the past. I think I've already explained that in a video. So yeah, so that was me in another video. I'm literally down to 1 card left. I'm not gonna be able to make this, dude. Look at this. I'm not gonna be able to make this. Look at this. Look at this. I ain't gonna be able to make this. Yeah, we ain't got this, dude. Next game, let's go. I'll continue this next turn. Or next game, I should say. Okay. No clue what this deck is. Absolutely have no clue. Okay, yeah, continuing the conversation. So I hated Team Up Charizard after that. Then I hated, what was that? Oh gosh, there was a deck, ADP Zacian. But I made a video on why ADP Zacian was just broken at the time. It's easier now. We can get rid of it easier. There's a whole bunch more cards. There's a whole bunch more things. We can get rid of ADP Zacian a lot quicker now. Then what was it after? Rebel Clash. No one really came out in Rebel Clash that annoyed me. Dragapult was a challenge, but he didn't annoy me. Only reason he didn't annoy me was because because he didn't hit as hard. Sniping the bench doesn't really trigger me as much as, you know, other stuff. Really, you start off with a Snom. There's like a whole bunch of basic Pokemon and you start off with Snom. Okay, cool. Well, if we go first turn, I know what's gonna happen then. Right. But Dedenne. Right, but yeah, then we got, what was after that? So yeah, Dragon Ball didn't annoy me. Dragon Ball was kind of just like Dragon Ball was tricky because at the time he was very tricky. Dragon Ball was extremely tricky. I don't mind that. Then obviously we had, and yeah, we come full circle now. Now it's Tankiest VMAX. I can't stand it. I just don't like it. I don't like the deck. I don't like him. I don't like Eternatus. Because the thing that I don't like about Eternatus, right, is that the ability doesn't bother me, right? Because it's a challenge in itself, having a whole deck of just dark type Pokemon, and they just conveniently released Crobat to make up for draw support, because obviously since everyone spammed out Dedenne and everyone used to spam out Jirachi, you need a dark type variant, which is basically the whole point of Crobat, right? To make use for the dark typing for Eternatus. That's the whole point. Then obviously we got Galarian Zigzagoon. Everyone uses Galarian Zigzagoon still. So that wasn't a bother. It was kind of a challenge, but at the same time it wasn't. You're not going to get a whole bunch of Pokemon straight off from the get-go. You're not going to get a full bench straight away. There's no way ever that you'd be able to get that off in one go immediately. There's no chance. If someone does, kudos to you, because I don't know how the heck you managed to pull that off, but there's no way. There's absolutely zero chance that could ever happen. Then what else was there? But yeah, the ability doesn't bother me. It's the attack cost that bothers me. 2 energy, being in mind that's literally 1 turn, next turn evolve, attach another energy, you've got like literally 180 damage. That's most Pokemon. Unless it's a V or a VMAX or a GX, you're stuck. You are very, very stuck. In terms of Pokemon that can tank the hit, that's not a GX or a V, there's very, very minuscule. Unless they have like an ability, that stops them from attacking or anything like that, there's not really much you can do. I'm gonna keep the switch actually. There's not really much you can do. Then, gosh, yeah, but then it's just the fact that it keeps building up. It just constantly builds, and it really, really bothers me. Like, you do flat out 270 for 2 energy. Like, that. I remember before even Sword and Shield came out, that was unheard of. Doing 270 damage, even getting that for weakness, that was like almost unheard of. It was insane. It was actually insane the amount you could pull that off by. Like, that was like a broken deck. That was like broken deck time. Like, that was like, if you get 270 on 2 energy, bro, that's like crazy. That is insane. Absolutely mad. But then what else did we have? We had something else. There was something else about him and I completely forgot what it was. Gosh, there was something else about him and I completely forgot now what it was. God, there was something else. But yeah, it's just, Eternatus is like, that's the thing, you can't even call it broken, because it's not as broken as other cards. It's really not. It's just not as broken. There are some cards that are like completely busted, right? Like Zacian back, like, well, you could even argue Zacian now is broken. But like, he wasn't even. Zacian is just like a useful card. But I don't know. It's just a team up with ADP. But that's a whole other issue. Team up with ADP, he's broken. But that's a whole other issue for a whole other topic for a whole other time. The thing I'm talking about is Eternatus VMAX right now. Why it annoys me. I don't like it simply because the energy cost is way too low. If it was, say, I don't know, like say, for argument's sake, three energy cost. Why did I not attach the energy? I'm actually so stupid. If it was like 3 energy costs, I'd understand it, right? I'd understand it. 3 energy, it's not too bad. It's completely not bad. But the fact that it's 2 energy, literally one turn afterwards, and another time after that, that's it. That is literally it. And that's, you don't even need to worry about anything else. That is what makes that's what makes this deck completely crazy. Literally, first turn going, second turn afterwards, you're done. You're literally done. And that, I can't wrap my head around as to why that was made a thing. Why does it have to be 2 energy? That is completely unnecessary. Having 2 whole energy just to keep him charged up is completely unnecessary. Like, if it was 3, I'd understand it, because dark types don't have energy recycling. You'd have to, I don't know, prioritize Hydreigon a bit more. You'd have to do a bunch more other stuff just to keep him a bit, like, keep him up there, right? It'd have to enforce you to use Hydreigon, like I said. You could probably argue and try and do Turbo Patch. Like, you have to do more stuff to go for it. For this, it's literally just do nothing. You just attach as normal. And that's it. Then by the time you actually get a decent Pokemon to knock out Eternatus, another one is there to literally just do the damage again, all over again. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And there's times where I really can't stand Eternatus because it's so cheap. It's so cheap and it's so easy to pull off that it's insane. All you really need is just literally any basic dark type Pokemon. It's just the ones that you see are just the ones that's best equipped for the job. Like, obviously Galarian Slowbro to get the energy up, like to do the poisoning, Toxicroak to build up the poisoning, Galarian Zigzagoon to kind of get the chip damage off. Like, that type of stuff is fine. But the worst part is you don't even need those. You don't even need those. They're just the best of the dark types. You don't even need those. That is unbelievable. Like, I actually can't believe it. You don't even need that. But I don't know. That's kind of my personal thing on Eternatus VMAX. It's stupid. The HP is like way too high for him as well. Like, what is he? 340. And the fact that normally, right, you'd get like Pokemon that come out every set, right, that can kind of take out the next big Pokemon. Like, for example, I don't know, like, for argument's sakes, we had, gosh, who can I even say? We had like Gardevoir and Sylveon. Like, I'm going like way back there. I'm going way back there because that was like one of the best Pokemon that we had at the time. At the time we had it, that was one of the best. So we had that at the time, and then obviously we were like, Gardevoir Sylveon sometimes is a bit too strong. Like, the GX attack it can do is crazy. The support cards that it has for it is insane as well. Like, you used to have Nina that used to attach from your deck straight up to Gardevoir Sylveon. It's the fact that you could do tag switch and swap stuff around. Pop off a GX tag, you lost your Pokemon and you literally have no draw. That was crazy. Then there was like, okay, we'll give you benefit of the doubt. We'll put on ADP, get extra damage off, get extra prize off if you can manage to take it out because you deserved it. It's weaker to it. Which it was like, okay, fine. We could kind of get that with Keldeo, get Keldeo back up and running again. That's fine. Then obviously it was like, well, Keldeo's too strong. Obviously the new V Pokemon are coming out, so Keldeo would have a very hard time. So they did that instead. Then Keldeo came. Then obviously now Keldeo's here and all that type of stuff. And then it was just like, well, Keldeo doesn't work anymore. It's literally just Zacian. The whole point of Zacian though is that no one could beat it. Because we had Metal Frying Pan at the time, we had Lucario Melmetal at the time. Like, no one can beat it. No one can do anything about it. It was a struggle deck. It was literally a fat struggle to get rid of Zacian at the time. The fact that we had Metal Frying Pan also took off the weakness, which basically meant we was very limited in the Pokemon that we could use. We was very, very limited that could take them out in one go. You could have done Gardevoir and Sylveon to kind of, you know, shorten it out and stuff like that, but then he just got the weakness. He literally just has the weakness, and that's 3 prizes. 4 prizes if you use thingy. 4 prizes if you use Alter Creation, which was a big trouble at the time. Then obviously we was like, right, well, rotation's happening. Zacian's still gonna be a problem because damage. We need another Pokemon. Let's get out, I don't know, Cinderace VMAX, 1 welder, 1 attachment, 170 damage, double that, 340. Zacian is gone. Zacian is completely snuffed out. We've done it. Completely gone. But obviously that wasn't like the main thing. We needed someone else. And they was like, okay, well, let's try and get, you know, another Pokemon. Let's try and get a VMAX this time because obviously the HP is too low. Everything's really low. Let's try and get someone else. Then you got Dragapult. you end up getting Dragon Ball. So we had Dragon Ball, and we also had Horror Energy to also make up for it as well. So it was like, okay, you can hit us, but you also get damage chipped off. Dragon Ball isn't gonna knock you out in one go, but Horror Energy is gonna make you feel like you're gonna be in trouble if you hit him, which was fine, which is perfectly fine. But then Dragon Ball became too much of an issue. Dragon Ball was just sweeping the whole board, like everyone was just, there was no way to stop it. There was like, okay, well, now we have no Dark type Pokemon. We're kind of stuck. We have no Dark type Pokemon. So now they brought out Eternatus VMAX. Being in mind that he didn't even need to go off that much damage. If you did 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon, that would have been what, 150, right? Dragon Ball VMAX does 130. Being in mind he does Snipe 5 across the bench, which is fine. Makes up 180, which is still fine. I mean, if anything, you could have just boosted up the damage. I would have preferred to see 40 times damage for your whole bench. That would have been what, 200 damage, which is kind of fine. Which is pretty fine. Instead of making his ability like, I don't know, sweep the whole bench, you can make it, I don't know, a draw support, or if you sacrifice a Dark type Pokemon, you heal energy or something. I don't know. Every time you evolve a Dark type Pokemon, you get a certain amount of HP back, something like that. But no, it was more like, if you evolve Eternatus VMAX, you have a whole bench of 7 Pokemon, and you can do up to 270 damage for crazy amounts. And it was like, bruh, that's way too high. Now we're coming up to Vivid Voltage, and now we've got like a bunch of other stuff to like work out and things like that. Oh, there we go, cool. Right, I'm gonna wrap this up in the announcement, and then we're gonna go to the announcement properly. Right, Drednaw VMAX. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm just gonna wrap off what I was literally talking about. But yeah, long story short, we basically had weakness Pokemon like throughout the whole entire course up until now. The best one that we have now that's going to come out in Vivid Voltage is Colossal VMAX, and yeah, he's going to be okay. Like, he can one-shot Pikarom, but Pikarom's HP is way lower than Eternatus VMAX's, so, and we can only predict that it's going to be good. Most Pokemon seem good on paper, that they're going to be a good card, but then when they actually come out, no one uses them, so it's kind of meh. We still got cards like, I don't know, Flygon's starting to see a lot more play now and stuff like that, but obviously that's when Vivid Voltage comes out. But yeah, in terms of that, I don't really feel like there's going to be a counter to Eternatus. I still think Eternatus is going to be here for a very long time until we find a Pokemon that can do a good bit of damage for the same amount, if not less energy than Eternatus, which is going to be a fat problem because it's literally 2 energy. Dragon Ball was fine because it did 180, something that most Pokemon can do with the same amount, if not higher, but then Eternatus does way more, a little bit higher HP, and he's just crazy. He's just crazy. Unless the Colossal is actually as good as we think it's going to be, there's going to be literally no counters to Eternatus VMAX for a very long time. The best we can do is just play off a neutral game and hope and pray that we can just tank a few hits better. But anyways, yes, that's for another story, for another day. Drednaw VMAX. I like him. I like Drednaw VMAX. He's a tanky Pokemon. He's a tanky boy. He can take hits. He can do hits fairly well. Even if you don't get heads, you can still knock out like baby Pokemon like we saw in the last game. We knocked out Golisopod very well, Aerodactyl, all that type of stuff. We can knock out baby Pokemon extremely well. Being an evolution means we don't have to worry about Obstagoon locking us off, which is great. So I'm not fussed about that. That's fantastic. Wailord, I like. I wish I had more Wailord. I would love to make a deck on just Wailord, because I kind of like it. It's basic Pokemon, get out early with Quick Ball. Glimmer Tangle, you get to reshuffle again. You can basically knock out a VMAX if you get all 3 heads, which is fantastic, by the way. It's literally it's one of the only basic Pokemon that I've seen that can tank Eternatus VMAX without needing any special treatment. Like, no Cape of Toughness, no buff padding, and it can still tank it properly. Sure, Galarian Zigzagoon can take it out with, like, if you just slap on one of them, and then a full-on Eternatus blow will take you out, but if you add on buff padding or Cape of Toughness, Wailord is fantastic. I really want to make a Wailord deck. I just need more Wailord. But Drednaw VMAX, I like it. It takes off damage. It's basically doubles ability, which I like as well. It's perfectly fine. I don't mind it. It's great. It's nice to see it on a Pokemon with higher HP. You could make a wall deck with this, I'm fairly sure. If you really want to go crazy, you could add in ADP. That 160 turns into 190, which then turns into, gosh, 270. So with ADP for an extra energy, you're doing Eternatus's effect, being in mind you get heads, which is great. I don't mind that either. He could wall it by himself. You could add in like Mallow and Lana. You could even do, I don't know, Blastoise and Piplup to kind of work as a healing factor, which would be fantastic. I might experiment with that at some point, see how that works. Because yeah, managing to heal up 150 on a Pokemon that's like 320 HP with buff padding makes it 370. It's going to be really hard to take down Drednaw if that happens. That's going to be really, really hard. But that's my opinion anyway. Apart from everything else works fine. We have really aggressive draw. The Crobat, Dene, and the Professor's Research went for really aggressive draw. I think the one complaint that I would have is get rid of, I would probably say Pokegear. The amount of draw that we have, we don't really need to rely on Pokegear. I'm going to keep Reader's Nurturing because obviously we need to get the Frostmoth ASAP. If we can't get Communications or get Great Ball, Reader is there to get both. I think apart from that though, I'd probably switch out Pokegear for an extra energy because we need a lot of energy for this to work. I might get rid of something else to make way for Energy Recycle, maybe? Or Energy Recycler, maybe? Yeah, I think apart from that, that's pretty much it. Could get rid of Birdkeeper to make way for that Energy Recycle, by the way. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's unfortunately we didn't see Sharpedo today, but I might make a different deck with Sharpedo. I think with the deck that we have, don't think Sharpedo has any time to get ready. The whole point of having him there in the first place was that, you know, for one energy, you could do a nice bit of damage, snipe the bench as well, do chip damage along the way. By that point, you've got Frostmoth attaching energy to Drednaw and or Wailord. And by the time Sharpedo goes down, your bigger, tankier boys are ready to go. So that was kind of the plan, but obviously we didn't see Sharpedo today, which is unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? But that's it for this deck anyways, guys. Let me know what you think. If you guys think I should add anything, let me know. If you guys think I should take anything away, let me know. Also, if you guys want to see any certain decks made, let me know. I'll try my hardest to make the deck that the best I can. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, always click like and always click on that video. Guys, always welcome back, and I'll see you all in the next video. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you all later. Okay, bye!